guys, Rachybop here. Yesterday, Apple had a keynote in San Francisco and announced the iPhone 5 amongst other things. I took some notes, so if you weren't able to watch the live blog stream things that were online, I'm going to go through everything they covered in that keynote here today. So they started by announcing the iPhone 5, and its official name is iPhone 5. It has a metal black with 2 tones, and it is taller, like all the rumours said it would be. It's made entirely out of glass and aluminium, or aluminum, and the buttons are in the same place. It's the thinnest phone ever made by Apple. It's 7.6mm thick, 18% thinner than the iPhone 4S. It's the world's thinnest, and it's 112 grams, which is 20% lighter than the iPhone 4S. Its pixels are 1136 by 640, and it's a 16:9 aspect ratio. The vertical pixels will add a 5th row of icons to the home screen. The software on the phone has been updated, which means more email, more web pages in Safari. Now there's a full 5-day week in calendar. Also, iWork apps are all redone to work with the bigger display. And the same thing goes for iLife, iWork, iPhoto, or GarageBand. Apps that haven't been updated will run at the same size as they do on the previous iPhones. Apps are not going to be stretched or scaled. They'll just have black borders on each side. Widescreen movies will look better, 44% more colour saturation than the iPhone 4S. Touch sensors are now built into the display itself, and the 30% thinner as a result also makes display less prone to glare. It's got ultra-fast wireless technology, GPRS, Edge, EVDO, HSPA. Now it will have HDPA+, DC, HSPDA and LTE, which means you're going to get 4G LTE. LTE has a single chip for voice and data, single radio chip, and dynamic antenna, which started with the iPhone 4S, can now switch antenna connections between different networks. So in the US, you can get LTE if you're on Sprint, AT&T or Verizon. If you're in Canada, it's going to be Bell, Telus, Fido, Virgin and Kudo. I don't know if I'm saying these right. Asia, it's going to be SoftBank, Smartphone, Singtel, SK Telecom. In Australia, it's Telstra, Optus, Virgin Mobile. Europe, it's Deutsche Telekom and EE. There's going to be lots of carriers for dual band HDPA Plus as well. Every aspect of the iPhone 5 has been updated, and this is the A6 chip. It's 2 times faster than the A5 chip and 2 times faster in graphics too. It's a huge jump in performance, but it's 22% smaller than the A5 chip. They went on to show a demo of Real Racing 3, an EA game, and it ran really smoothly, and it uses the game center to do time shift multiplayer racing, which means one player can go on and do their race, and then another player can come on later on, and their race will have been ghosted so they can race against them. And that's going to be available in the App Store later this year. Then they went on to talk about battery life. The battery life is now 8 hours 3G talk time and 3G browsing, 8 hours LTE browsing, 10 hours Wi-Fi browsing, 10 hours video, 40 hours music, and 225 hours of standby. They then went on to the iSight camera, 8 megapixel sensor, 3264 by 2468 resolution with backside illumination, hybrid IR filter, 5-element lens, f2.4 aperture and 25% smaller. It's also got a new dynamic low light mode. It's going to combine pixels in the dark, which gives you 2 f-stops better performance in low light. It has new sapphire crystal and precision lens alignment. The crystal protects the lens and improves the clarity. New image signal processor in the A6 chip, does spatial noise reduction with a smart filter, something that produces better low light performance and captures the photos faster. So the iSight camera is similar to the iPhone 4S but with enhancements. It's got 40% faster photo capture than the iPhone 4S. There's a new photo feature which looks absolutely amazing called Panorama. So you're going to be able to hold your phone vertically and sweep the scene, and the camera will provide what it sees, and it's going to give a 28 megapixel image, so it's going to be really good quality. In real time it takes parts of photos and stitches them together. It uses image stabilization and removes duped people. So clever. Obviously there's already apps out there that do this, but having it as a built-in feature is really quite awesome. It's got 1080p video, and the stabilization of that has been improved. Face detection for 10 people. And now you can take photos while you're shooting video. That's something I'd wanted to do for a long time. The front camera, now FaceTime HD camera with 720 support. Backside illuminated sensor, and FaceTime works over 3G with iOS6. It has 3 microphones. The iPhone 4S had 2. Oh, I'm talking about it in past tense. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The microphones are 1 on the bottom, 1 on the front and 1 on the back. The speaker now has 5 magnets up from 2, which is apparently better, and also uses 20% less space. Noise cancelling has been improved as well, and it has a new feature called wideband audio. A major difference with this is the connector. The iPhone has used the iPOD 30-pin connector, which launched in 2003 for almost a decade. So like they say, it's time for it to change. So now we have the Thunderbolt, the connector and Lightning. All digital 8-signal design. It has an adaptive interface. Can be plugged in either direction, 80% smaller. And Apple will have an adapter, so you can keep your old leads. Then they went on to iOS 6, which we already know a little bit about from the last keynote. So if you want to go check out my video regarding that, it's on my channel, search iOS 6. iOS 6 is going to be all set for the iPhone 5. iOS 6 looks great, and I'll be showing that off on my iPhone 4S at least. Oh, and the iPad 3 as well, the new iPad. And possibly restarting Ask Siri. The new iPhone is available in white and black as usual. The aluminium finish is different on the white and black models. It's silver on the white one and slate on the black. So the iPhone screen is taller but not wider. This is the first time they've ever increased the size of the iPhone screen. So you're going to be able to pre-order this iPhone 5 from September 14th, and it's going to be released on September 21st, so it's pretty quickly coming around. On the Apple website, in US, it's from $199, but presumably that's with some kind of contract, and in the UK it's from £529, which is without a contract. iPhone 4S, iPhone 4, iPhone 3GS, the new iPad, iPad 2 and the 4th gen get iOS 6 on September 19th. So be sure to check in on your software update section on that day, next Wednesday. They then went on to iTunes. iTunes has a big update, and the changes for this are going to roll out September 19th as well. It has iCloud built in. There's no source list on the left anymore. It's just a drop down. Albums expand out like folders in iOS and iOS X. It looks like a big grid of albums, but track listings pop out of the interface when you click. There's also a classic song list view as well. You can see your entire music library and playlist at the same time, and when you drag an album from the playlist, it pulls up a little tab on the right hand side aimed at helping people make a playlist. So you're getting dual pane viewing. Another new feature is called Up Next, and it lets you see what songs are up next in your playlist or party mix, whatever it is. and the software will let you queue up songs you want to hear after a song that is currently playing. There's a new mini player. This looks so much fun, and it has a lot of the user interface within it, and it just pops out from the main thing, and you can search in that as well. And then available in October we have the Nano, firstly, which has a big display and a new volume rocker, lightning connector, and it's returning to the big screen form. It's 5.4mm thick, 40% thinner than the 6th gen iPod Nano. The rocker volume on the side also doubles as a way to play and pause music as well as scroll through it, and the display is 2-inch multi-touch. Comes in 7 colours, and the background wallpaper on the device matches the colour of the device itself. They're really bright colours, and they are purple, green, blue, yellow, red, black, silver. It has an FM tuner built in with live pause. You can view photos and widescreen video. Fitness and pedometer apps built in, integrates with Night Plus out of the box. Also has Bluetooth, which will let you wirelessly stream to external devices like cars, headphones and speakers. The lightning connector will plug in on the bottom left hand side. It's got 30 hours of music playback, but no web browser or Wi-Fi. And then they went on to tell us about the new iPod Touch. It has a longer screen, and it's the thinnest and lightest iPod Touch so far. The back is aluminium, but not glossy, like it usually is. The headphone jack is on the bottom left, and it also uses the new lightning connector. The new iPod Touch uses the A5 chip this time, so it's not as fast as the iPhone 5's A6 chip, but it's still dual core, and it will be 7 times faster than the previous model. They then went on to demo a game called Clumsy Ninja, which looked very fun, and that's coming out nearer to Christmas. They then went on to the battery life. It gets 40 hours of music and 8 hours of video. The camera on the back has a mic and a flash. It's 5 megapixel with backside illumination, hybrid IR filter, 5-element lens, f2.4 aperture with autofocus and sapphire crystal. And this device also includes the panorama mode. And it will run iPhoto for iOS as well. 5 megapixels instead of 8, but it does have the same lens construction. There's a hidden button for a new feature called the iPod Touch Loop, which lets you attach a wrist strap to it. So it's basically turning your iPod also into a camera, which for me is giving me a reason to buy an iPod. The Touch Loop is included out of the box with the iPod Touch. As for the video, it will shoot 1080p video, and the front camera does FaceTime HD with 720p. And the Bluetooth will be the same spec as the iPhone 5. And the iPod Touch gets Siri too. And it comes in a whole bunch of different colours: silver, black, blue, yellow and red. And each will have its own colour coordinated loop. They then went on to talk about the speakers. They've been designing these new headphones for 3 years, and they're called EarPods. Apple have been doing scans of people's ears to find a common size so that they can find a good fit for everybody. They have like 3 grills. The part in the back tunes in the mid-range, and the part in the stem does the bass. And the airflow comes in at the base of the bud. It will be shipping as a standalone accessory. You can see it on the Apple Store today, but it will be included in your box if you purchase the 5th generation iPod Touch, the 7th generation Nano and the iPhone 5. So that's it. So much coming from Apple. Let me know in the comments which products you plan to buy, product or products, and which you wish you could buy, which things are going to be on your Christmas list, or if none of them are going to be on your Christmas list. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, the best features, what you're most excited about. I'm definitely excited for the front-facing HD camera, and also the panorama thing looks so cool. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, so you don't miss a video, and like this video, share it with your friends and enemies, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!